If you've been watching football on Sundays or have been on the internet at all, you've definitely heard Burger King's new commercial. It seems like it's been played over and over and over and over and over again, endlessly. It's scary how fast this jingle infiltrated our lives and has us thinking about Whoppers non-stop. But at the same time, it's pretty fascinating. I mean, Burger King went from being essentially irrelevant in the public's eye to being the center of attention in just a few months, all because of one commercial. So, how did they do it? How did Burger King create such a catchy commercial? And more importantly, how did it catch on so fast? Today, we're going to be answering those questions and many more. Between Burger King's struggle as a business to their $400 million plan to revive their brand, the story of this simple 15-second jingle is actually pretty intriguing. And it starts last year in 2022. At the time, Burger King was on a mission to take back market share from their key competitors, McDonald's and Wendy's. They made many lengthy efforts to boost their sales and affinity with young consumers, but none of them seemed to work. Between marketing fails like the moldy Whopper, menu fails like their plant-based nuggets, and top executives leaving their company, Burger King was struggling to get anything good going for them at all. It was clear as day that Burger King was struggling, and from the looks of it, it seemed like they were slowly starting to wither away as a business. But their CEO, Jose Sil, wasn't ready for that to happen. So he came up with a plan, and that plan was called Reclaim the Flame. It detailed a $400 million investment plan aimed at increasing advertising firepower, building high-quality restaurants, and supporting ongoing digital and technology investments. The plan detailed 4 main areas of improvement: their brand positioning, menu, restaurants, and advertising. First and foremost, Burger King needed a new appearance. They refreshed and modernized their brand image by updating their logo to make it more youthful, and changed many of their brand elements like their uniforms, food wrappers, social media, and more. They also gave their menu a brand new facelift. Burger King built a multi-year blueprint for menu improvements, including new Whopper flavors and doubling down on the chicken sandwich trend. But the big money starts being mentioned with their plans to modernize all of their restaurants. $250 million of the $400 million is planned to go towards updating their current restaurants, which includes adding new technology, kitchen equipment, building enhancements, and more. However, the best idea that arose from this plan wasn't related to anything mentioned before, but instead, what their customers would see on TV. The leftover $150 million went towards their advertising fund. Of course, Burger King's motive behind increasing their ad spending was to get more eyeballs on their products, and eventually more sales. But little did they know, this massive investment would not only get them more eyeballs, but would shock the internet in a way no other fast food brand has ever done before. A huge chunk of the $150 million went towards hiring a new media agency to make their commercials, and that new agency ended up being OKRP. For their first batch of commercials, OKRP wanted to show Burger King in a relevant, authentic, and youthful light. And the campaign they created to do so was, you guessed it, you rule. On their website, they explained the intent for this new campaign. In our everyday lives, we may not be able to control the world, but one thing's for sure. At Burger King, we can hold the pickles. To prove at Burger King you can really have it your way, the brand's new campaign proudly claims you rule, remixing the classic Burger King jingle into fun, catchy songs that puts Burger King fans first, and lets them know that when you come to their restaurants, you rule. As they said in their statement, OKRP's new line of commercials took an old Burger King jingle from the 1970s and remixed it into different hip-hop songs. The first song they made was paired with a 1-minute commercial featuring young people enjoying Burger King in their own unique ways while doing activities they enjoy, like applying makeup or bike riding. After that, they made many shorter variations, ranging between 15 to 30 seconds, and paired them with close-ups of Burger King's mouth-watering food rolling in the background. The CEO of OKRP, Tom O'Keefe, was very confident in these commercials. In an interview, he said, "Advertising at its best is most relevant to people when you celebrate them first, not the brand. And that's what we love about You Rule. It invites people in with an approach that recognizes their world, not just sells them stuff." And let's face it, the song is irresistible. Whether or not you remember the old jingle, we're hoping it'll be the earworm you can't shake off. And it goes without saying that, well, his hopes came true. As the new commercials were being played during Sunday Night Football, viewers couldn't help but notice how catchy the jingle was. However, over the course of the NFL season, viewers also couldn't ignore how often it was being played. It seemed like after every drive, viewers were being reminded that they could have it your way at Burger King. The commercials would also come on at the worst times possible, like when your team lost or made a horrible play. which made the jingle that much more memorable. As the season went on, the song slowly started to infiltrate everyone's life, and everyone had Whopper, 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 Whopper ringing through their heads. Whether they were doing laundry, cooking dinner, or on a video call at work, NFL fans were being haunted by the earworm. Some of them took to Twitter to complain, but many others embraced the humor of the jingle and started making jokes about it. One user parodied the song with the movie 8 Mile.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper.
Another made a remix of it to a Daft Punk song.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper.
And another user created an entire wedding song based on the jingle. Slowly but surely, mountains upon mountains of memes were being created from this silly 15-second song. Towards the end of the NFL season, you couldn't be on social media without seeing something related to Burger King. Even Burger King themselves recognized the humor in it and also started to joke about their own commercials. The popularity of the jingle was so big that it got to a point where NFL fans were excited to hear the next new Burger King song that was released. Whether you love them or hate them, there's no arguing that Burger King's new commercials were a massive success. They accomplished exactly what they wanted in the first place, to have you thinking about Burger King non-stop. So although we don't know if their sales were boosted, the massive attention Burger King garnered over the last few months is a great indication that they're on the right track. Their new advertising agency clearly knows what they're doing and can hook people's attention on Burger King in a massive way.